Hi, everybody. This is Joanna. Woo, look at that. It's all about the light, babies. It's all about the light. Peace. And about the light. Peace. We got it. Yeah, baby. We're going to do a little something different. My teams are inspiring me. One of my biggest passions, since I was, I don't know, since I was old enough to know who I was or not know who I was, is sound and music and sound and harmonics of all that is, and exploring it. The vibrations of color, the vibrations of all that is source creator, of all that is life. Although when you're a kid, you just sense and feel into the vibrations of everything, not even knowing what vibrations are. But coming here as an extrasensory kid, not understanding most of my reality, completely honest, not understanding any of it at all, why everybody was so intense, and why everybody was just so upset at everything. It was just an escapism for me to create craziness. I remember I don't know if anybody would remember this, taking me way back. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by art and theater. And everybody swore that when I grew up, I would be some sort of an interior designer. And I love interior design, by the way. I've never gone to school with it or have any types of certificates in it all, but I do love interior design. And one of my favorite pastimes is, this is called Ascension LightWorkers off the cuff. So this is not really Ascension. It's just a little bit about me, and it's just a little off the cuff. It's about random stuff to kind of break up all the intensities, and it's hopefully going to inspire a bit of light, because we're going to talk about different things just off the cuff that is Ascension to break the bottleneck and to, allow me to be a bit more of who I am. Because really, the true me, the true Joanna, I'm a little bit wacky. Gotta be honest, I am. Outside of all the Ascension releasing, pretty wacky. And so this goes back to when I was a kid. I would portray myself in a myriad of different characters and roles, and I would act crazy for my family and in whatever I thought I was doing, just wanting to bring the joy, and because I knew I was making people feel good. My parents would record me for about an hour doing the same thing. And I asked them, why would you record me doing the same thing for an hour? It's because you were having so much fun. It was just funny. It was hilarious. And so, and I would just like to get in these really strange and weird voices. And I would put on little plays with dating myself a long time ago. There was this little doll that came out, and it was called the Hugo doll. And then you can put different things. You can decorate its face with different facial features and scars and mustaches and, little warts and things like that. And hair and eyebrows. You could just paste things on. And then it had little hands, and I got these 2 wires, and I would stick the wires in the hands. And it was just like a bust of this Hugo doll. And I would play behind my dresser, and I would make plays for people with my Hugo doll and making these really strange voices and just doing ad lib. I'm not sure why, but it was just something I had a lot of fun doing. I just wanted to, express the joy and the frivolity of, just being wacky and just being okay being wacky and seeing other people lighten up, just because it's okay to just be wacky and have fun and lighten up with it all. And then it grew into sound and music, and we would have all of these dance contests in our basement, and we would pretend we were I think it was the solid gold dancers back then. And we would do all the dance moves in the basement until we fell down, and I think one of us banged our heads. All these wacky games we used to play, right? And banging into the walls with pillowcases on I don't know what we were thinking, but those were the kind of crazy games we used to play to, to bring ourselves outside of ourselves, to know that, it doesn't have to be all serious and doesn't have to be so routine. And that's what drove most kids crazy, was the routine of it all. And how could we break it up by just being completely silly and wacky and being okay being that, and seeing seeing the okayness of it all, to know that it's okay to be laughed at, to laugh at yourself, and how good it feels to to bring joy to others, and my teams have been telling me for about a year now, remember, what you did when you were a kid and what brought you so much joy. What were your dreams when you were a kid? And I had so many dreams. But one of them was to allow whatever I could offer to make others feel good. And that changed over the years, that dramatic little, getting to know who you are and how your offering of who you are can assist others in whatever way, because they will be drawn to you in the moment that they need it, whether it's a friendly hi, or whether it's a healing, or whether it's just someone to take comfort in as a friend. And just always have that knowing in your heart that there's always going to be those before you that need exactly what you are and who you are and how you offer it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, it doesn't have to be the dynamic of a brand, or it doesn't have to be the dynamic of a goal or a destiny, but just to be you, just to know that you're perfect in who you are. The moments there where you're showing your intelligence, the moment where you're showing your weakness, the moments that you're showing that you don't know, everything, and people come to you for answers, and it's just that moment where you can just be vulnerable together and say, well, I don't know, what do you feel would be the best way to move forward? And sometimes it's just that holding space for the I don't know. It's holding the space for the silliness, holding the space for being human, and everybody walking through the same stories, just in different ways and different timing and different pacing. And it's okay. We've all had our frailties. We will continue to have our frailties, but it's what we are within ourselves, and that's the joy of this whole journey. We can be as serious we want and bring all of these multidimensional, cosmic, quantum, physical, scientific experiences into the process, which in every way it's us becoming spirit, that remembrance of who we are as spirit, and allowing our matter to be more essence of light, as the light is shining in here, showing us. But to be this cosmic being in human form, releasing the human, the human attributes of such density that we had to be so fixed in routine, we had to be so fixed in expectation, what people expect of you and what people want of you or desire of you, in whatever way that might be, and just being a little crazy and just being a little silly and just being the one just to hold space. And that's a part of the ride, it's a part of the journey, and it's okay to be all parts of it. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? And how we're compressing and we're contracting and we're expanding. Right? That we can be really clear at sometimes, and then we can be a little foggy at other times, but it's still beautiful. It still has its grains and granules that are still source. And it can be as pure and as perfect and as clear as we choose. And then we can just expand ourselves and just be the breath of source creator and see all the light fragments in between it. Isn't that crazy? It's beautiful. And it's okay that we're all aspects. It's okay that we're all parts of the puzzle, that we're all colors, we're all grains, and we need one another to be that full puzzle that is creation, that is source. Because we're all parts. We're the parts behind, and we're the parts that come forward and be clear. And that's what's so important about cycles, is allow yourself those moments where, you wake up and you have those days, I really want to study hard today, and I really want to know all I can know about this, and just have those moments where you just engage in knowledge and wisdom. And then those days where you're just off the cuff and you just say whatever, it is whatever, accept whatever, the law of non-resistance, whatever. And just allow those colors just to flow through you in that whateverness, because it's needed too. It can't be all this and all that. You've got to have that, be okay with the fluid movement of it all, because it wakes up those parts of you that want to be that kid again, that sacred little child that just want to sing, play, and be goofy. That's who I really am. And there's a lot of wisdom held within it as the sacred nurturer and the mother of the divine and the beautiful children and all of the grains in between. That's how vast and that's how infinite we all are, right? And then there's the goddess that just wants to be nurtured and, just talk about the beauty of who we are as humans in beautiful ways and soft and gentle ways. And then there's that little goofy kid that just wants to run around making people laugh. Then there's that one that wants to sit around and talk about quantum science, and then there's the one that just wants to sit and listen and hold space for someone that's having trouble. Then there's the majority, the biggest part of me is the one that inspires people. And oftentimes my teams just say, just sit back and let them figure it out. And those are all my lessons, right? You know, that's part of my journey, not to want to fix it and be it for all things, and the people pleaser and the things that I'm managing to master in my own way. And knowing that each and every one of you will have your own path of being that beautiful rainbow for yourself, and knowing when you can expand and knowing when you just contract, and just be okay with that, and slipping out into greater color and new ways of color, and meeting new people and new knowledge and new wisdom, and letting go and releasing, so that you refine your color and you make that color what you choose it to be. And seeking all of those moments in which you've held judgments and your judgments are showing to you, and it's that essence of, okay, I'm not sure really what's going on, I'm just going to surrender everything. There's a lesson within it, and those parts of yourself come forward and say, let's refine who we are, because we've always been perfect. It's okay that we're all colors in between. It's okay that we're sometimes really, really clear, and there's sometimes where it's okay, we don't know what we're talking about, but we just want to speak and we want to connect and we want to share. And there'll be those that will connect with you and want to see a part of your color. They want to be a part of your rainbow. They want to be a part of what you're offering. They want to be a part of your joy and your sacredness. Isn't that beautiful? Like, that's the lapis blue color of the throat chakra. I love you, I love you, I love you. Say amai shishat ka atkai. Sisia mama katke sisia mama katke sisia katke sisia mama katka. I am mama katka. She barada. Hi am mama katka. So beautiful. And we are the peace, and we are the one of all that is. We can just be that. You know, just let go of the expectations or the roles and the definitions, and breaking conformity in all ways, because then you feel like this, really refined. It feels so good. I don't have to follow anybody's routine. I don't have to follow anybody's expectations of who I am. I just get to soak and be me and be silly for a day. And just off the cuff, just smile and intend, today I'm going to be happy. Today I'm going to be joyful. Today I want to bring a smile to someone's face, just because it makes me feel good to be a little goofy and a little silly, and just be that part of me that I've forgotten, because it was so held up in so much density and so much projections from others about what their expectations of you were or wanted you to be, to make them feel okay and to make their insecurity seem less. And that's okay, but you get that, and you can put boundaries now and say, you know, how I choose to dance is going to be in a different way now, but I honor your path, and I salute you, and I send you love and light, and I know you're going to get through it, because I was there too. We're all a part of this color. We're all a part of the oneness. And to release the judgment of anybody, because at some point we're all going to walk through it. We're all going to walk through the densities. Nobody knows the stuff that I've been through. Seriously. Seriously. But you'll get through it. You'll get through it. I believe in you. You'll get through it. If you're here, you have everything within you to get through it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been drawn to this channel, for whatever way and whatever reason that you need to be reminded of how beautiful and light that you are. And see how it just changes in a minute. And that fogginess is just gone, because you absolutely know within you that there's a story and a song within you that's meant to be shared. So part of that is my divine passion to bring light in whatever way that I can, whether it's being the crazy little silly kid that just wanted to dance and sing and talk with beings and consciousness of the unseen, that most didn't understand, and that I held down and suppressed for most of my life until my gifts, it was hard to ignore anymore. And my spirit teams and guides were just saying, it's time for you to wake up now. Start breaking off all those densities and those wounds of, how painful it was to be different, and now start owning that. Because right now in our world, what we need is for that difference, that uniqueness, that diversity to be shared and celebrated. And that was the lesson of everybody on this earth, is not to conform at all. Conformity is kind of a misnomer, really, right? Every aspect of life is unique in and of itself, and it's meant to be. We're never meant to be simply one aspect of color or creed. We are the granules of all light. All light. Everything in our creation is light. Different colors, different speeds, different paces, different uniqueness, different tribes, different planets, different galaxies, different cosmic DNA, different blessings, different gifts. And that's what makes us all that we are as human. So beautiful. And within the all, we are one. And I love each and every one of you for allowing me to come forward every day, and those that honor us and allow us to share ourselves in the moments that we just are so excited just to share. And we're so excited in the humility that Source is. Because when you're truly sharing Source, this is just from my own personal experience, when you're sharing Source, it's always humbling. It just is. It breaks you apart inside, and everything that was not meant to be there, it just gets transmuted. When you think you know, you will never really know. That's Source. That's when you really know you're hitting a breakthrough, is when you don't know. You thought you knew. And you just open up and just let everything be, because you are the universe. And the more that you surrender, the more all those answers and all those experiences just come forward, and you're just there. That's what our kids want. The times that I give my kids direction and inspiration and empowerment, 9 times out of 10, they don't take it. They just want you to listen. They just want you to share in their challenges. They just want you to share in their, disturbances. They just want you to share in their victories, just by holding that space. And I tell my kids, I say, you got to tell me what you need from me, because you're changing and I'm changing, and I'm trying to change my patterns of just trying to fix it and be it all and do it all, even though that frustrates them like crazy. Like, Mom, you don't, I can figure this out. Like, okay, just back off. Okay, just count to 10. But they've got a lot of me in them, just like, I will figure it out. Just back off. Hold space for me. I just gotta tell me. You gotta tell me what you need from me, because I'm just gonna dive in there and I'm gonna want to fix it. That's parents, right? But we gotta learn, and we gotta master those different roles and there's different ages. But what it is now is, we're all figuring this out, is just being it for you, right? Like, how can you be it for you? The roles and the dynamics of our old world, you got to be this kind of role, and this is what the role means to you, and this is how you got to behave in that role, and everybody expects that role for you to be fulfilled, like the divine mother. Well, I'm the one that gets to choose what that looks like for me, right? I can be a divine mother in whatever way I want to. And my kids understand that underlining that foundation is unconditional love and service, and holding space, and being a cheerleader, and empowering them, inspiring them, and being that unconditional nurture that we all need. And it can look however I want, in whatever way I want. And again, it's not always about the quantity. It's always about the quality and the connection, right? It's about that intimacy that we have with one another. That's the connection that humanity needs. And these are why these just off the cuff sessions, my team just said, you got to show the essence that you are, in that purity of who you are. Now that you're coming into that realization, it's okay just to soften in who you are, and who gives a crap. All those falsities that we try and put out there, and it's just, for what? Right? Let go of every mask. Let it go. What are you trying to hide? Let go of the masks. There should be nothing to hide. Transparency. Be transparent. Transparency. That allows the heart of who you are to be felt. And then others walk around saying, well, I'm just going to share myself today. And it's okay if people get it. It's okay if people don't. It's not meant for 90% of the people to get you and like you and want to be a part of it. That's not the whole process of the ride. The ride is for you to be uniquely, divinely, creatively you. Shine who you are. And that in doing so allows others to be who they are in their uniqueness. And in doing so, we become the rainbow of all that is. And so how can you just be a little more authentic in your allness, in your authenticity, that deep part of you that's always been that person that just wants to bring joy in whatever way you can, by just bringing a smile or, cracking a joke or doing something silly and funny, and then it just brings that smile and the giggle to the kids that is so needed. It doesn't need to be so intense and routine and boring and monotonous. We can break it up with smiles and giggles and laughs and songs. We totally can. And I hope that in anything that I've brought to you is the inspiration to be who you are, to love who you are in all moments. Seriously, be who you are in all moments. When you're in the mirror and it's all you see is you, and just love all of it. All of it. All of it. The parts that jiggle, the parts that don't, the parts that are scarred, the parts that aren't, the parts that seem to be falling apart. They're not. They're not. You're so being rebuilt. You're being rebuilt in a new way of appreciation and self-love for your gifts. Your gifts of all of you. It doesn't have to look like a certain way. It doesn't have to be a certain way. It's just being the essence and the purity that you are. Because there is absolutely, you're here. You're meant to be here. Your vibration is known here. Your vibration is known by Gaia. Your vibration is known by the cosmos. Be you. And I love you. And I want all that you experience today to be your unique expression of who you are, the unique oneness of who you are, reviewing the world, reflecting the world, honoring in reverence and humility of all that source is living through you, to seek out those things that make you feel good and make you feel alive and make you feel wanted and nurtured and valued and loved and a part of this beautiful human family in which always we are creating a new earth right here, right now, through the uniqueness of who you are, through your unique perspectives of your heart. See through the heart, not through the mind patterns that we've all been conformed in, that label and title and judge and demean and devalue and, to make other aspects of the insecure being feel okay. We're all here for the same journey of self-exploration as who we are as love. At some point, at that point where we all leave the earth, we remember that we are love, we're spirit, we're all one. And however that occurs for each and every person is unique and different, and it's meant to be that way. But we are all children of Source Creator, God, Allah, Abba, the creator of all that is life. There's an elegant orchestration of all that is life. It's okay that there's varying beliefs and idiosyncrasies within it. It's okay, because that's creation. It's creation. We're not meant to be the same. We're not meant to be. And the sooner we release that sameness and desire to have everybody fit into one box and have everything go in a certain way, just live in oneness of us being unique and diverse. Honor it. It's the notes of the song, isn't it? How boring it would be if all songs were all the same note. Would it be called song still? Or would it just be called note? Let's sing note today. Same note forever and ever. Same note. So we wanted to sing. Because I love singing. A song of peace and oneness, because we love you and Source Creator loves you as the children of Source Creator. The blessing of who you are as Source. The blessing of who you are as the dynamic being and the dynamic version of why you're here to experience and explore all that you are as beautiful, loving beings of light. And just to break up the monotony and to break up the uniformity and break up the conformity. Give yourself the permission to laugh. Give yourself permission to dance and giggle. Give yourself permission to be a little silly and wacky. Give yourself to remind yourself of who you were when you were a kid, when you were really excited to play. And what were your greatest joys? What were your greatest excitements to bring forward into this world? Remember those moments and start living from this space of who you are. And just live a few minutes in off the cuff mode where you can be simply just you and share who you are and enlighten that when you surrender the law and into the law of non-resistance, you're being source. There doesn't have to be an agenda, just be love. Open your hearts and allow yourself to be in touch with the divine energies of the Holy Mother and the Holy Father, light counsels of the Holy Christ. Light counsels of Holy Christ, allowing ourselves to transcend all that was written, and all that was, and honoring all that was, and honoring all the stories that we've ever been through, and honoring all plans and all songs and all notes and all that we are as a diverse community and a diverse oneness of all that we are, every note, every song, every color, every tribe, here and hereafter, all planets, all creation, every aspect of creation that is source, the diversity of all life, the sacredness of all life. We thank you and we honor you all that you are. Amen, amen, amen. We love you. Peace on earth, holy peace on earth, colors of light, colors of earth, holy light, holy light, We are one, holy earth, we are one. Aikyam Mata Mayata Inka Inka. Holy creators, we are one. We are holy family, I am you, you are me. Holy family tree, we are one. I am a makatatka. I see a makatatka. Abba. I am a makatatka. Ite shishi am makatatka. A baradana makatatka shishi. I am a makatatka. Holy family, we are one. Holy family, we are one. Ke amma kate, se amma kate, amma. Se ame apene, se amma kate, amma atinya. We are holy, noya pene kitnaya maya. Maya maitake maya. Nike maite maite amma. Maya maya maya. I see. Amakate e shishi ai makataka. Erna mai tke shishi ai ma e mai siat e ma ai prakataka e ana sia. Ai mamakatake she mamakatake si amatka. Ai mamakatake e shishi abare nai mamakatake e shi na tike Oh, yes, yeah. Mama katataka, nana katataka, shishia, blai, la 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 katataka. I am mama katate she, nanaka, tatake she, ama tatake she, la 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 kataka, ma la la na yanaka, take she, anaka, ama take, amaka, take she, take she. Sisi, mama katataka. Shishiyamamaka alayanamaka take shishiyamaka taka esianananananananana mamaka take no my ayanamaka no nananananana na mamaka take mamaka take shishiyamaka. Sparkles of your perfection, sparkles of your perfection. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. The blessings and the gifts and the abundance and the beauty in all moments and all breath. It is the song of Source Creator in all things and all things and all things. Our divine oneness is our uniqueness and our diversity. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being so diverse and so unique. And we are humbled and we are honored to be with you and co-creating with you. And we feel your love and we feel your heart presence for the excitement of every time that we entangle and we join in our sacred oneness, creating our fifth dimensional earth, creating our fifth dimensional harmony and unity and peace. Thank you so much. And we love you. For all those that are in pain and suffering, we love you. Know that you can allow yourselves to drop within your heart and call forward the prayers of all that you need and all that you're allowing your heart to receive, and all of your healings and your awakenedness and your abundance and your wellness. And we wish you balance and peace and grounding and harmony, for all of us are one family and the beauty of all that we are as one. Yay! We love you. Have a beautiful and magical day, and know that the Mother and the Father, the Creators, all that is, the omnipresence, the fields that are feeling your pulsations from your heart, send out those pulsations of new vibrations of joy and happiness and blessings and peace and goodness and kindness and fairness and equality for all. That we all accept our uniqueness, that we all accept our blessings, and we all accept the moments where we don't know, and we all accept those moments where we know. And we all accept those moments in between, because it's all source, it's all us. And we love you, dear lighted ones. Namaste. We rainbow you. Bye. Those of you that are us that would like to donate and assist with any donations for our beautiful offerings, to touch your hearts and all that is creation, all that is our new earth, all that is the excitement of who we are becoming, more sacred and creative and playful. We would love and honor any offering that you so desire. A beautiful sacred comment, your sharing of your heart, your sharing of your processes that you're going through. We always love to hear from you, and we honor you deeply, and we love you so much. And those that would like any classes or private sessions and private awakenings, communing, just talking, coaching in your personal journeys, we always respond to every email that we receive. So we love you so much. We are a family of one, and just know that you are loved and dearly cared for by the heavens, with the infinite number of beings that are cheering you on in your journey. We love you so much, and remember that you're sacred. We rainbow you. Bye.